Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm just moving my computer and everything around, so just bear with me. It took me a little while to set up. And hey, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful um, weekend. This is Saturday. I thought I would jump on and do a few reads. And I decided just to move my computer to a different location. So, and I was busy grabbing storage. I need to take some storage downstairs to my storage room. So please, I hope you're all having a great time. I do see Maria here has questions. Only one question, please, when we're doing readings. And usually I ask that you leave your question for when I ask your, hey, Dawn. Hey, Anne. Thank you for all joining me. I have to be really close to my microphone. I wonder if this will. Oh, I have to. It's too low. Too low. I have to do it this way. All right. I hope you can all hear me okay. Yes. And I was thinking, I was going to take some stuff down to storage, and I was like, oh, if I end up waiting too late, there's a few of you who missed. So I thought I would jump on. And then after this, I'm going to do my signs. I'll do the reading for all the signs this week. All right. Wonderful for all of you to join me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I see Maria is the first one to ask me a question. She is asking me, so I would say yes, I'll do her first. Nobody's ever guaranteed a reading, by the way. I just try my best to jump on. I've been having a time with I'm really finding I'm getting really overheated, and so I don't know what's going on there, so I thought I would take my time. Maria, are you here? Maria, are you here? I mean, Maria, if you're not here, I can't do it. So I this morning I'm working on a course. I was working on a video as well. I'm working on a course to do your Akashic records. Hey, Danielle, so nice to see you. I'm doing a course on how to access your Akashic records and do your own reading. Like everybody has the ability to tap into your own Akashic records. And so I am doing I don't know if you noticed, but I'm starting to have a course section. There's going to be a course section for members only. And so one of the ones that I'm going to do is doing your Akashic records. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm also thinking of redoing courses based on the books that I have. So if anybody has a favorite of the books, Manifest Like a Queen, or doing the Twin Flame Synastry, or any of those books that I have written, I've written 14 or more. We can certainly, yes, Manifest the Soulmate is one of those. I'm thinking of doing a course of each of those books. So I don't think Maria is still here. She put her questions there and then took off, I think. Anne is the second one who asked a question. Anne, you want me to do you? Oh my gosh, I don't have my eyelashes on, no makeup on. I'm just so like roughing it today, but I got my queen shirt on. It is warm here in Vancouver. It's foggy, like so foggy. Um, I don't know if you could see. Um, see if you can see, but it's so foggy. You can hardly. I know. I didn't take down my tree. I'm keeping a winter tree up. So I took down all of my Christmas ornaments. After I took down all of my Christmas ornaments, I am just leaving up the tree and some ribbons and birds. And so I'm keeping a winter tree up. And then when Valentine's is coming up, I'm going to do hearts all over it. And I'm going to do an Easter tree. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So for all of you, see, there's my little winter tree. For all of you. All right. Oh, camera. Sorry, guys. All right. So I don't know angle I've got here. All right. So it is. It is actually spacious. I have a spa room. I have a whole huge spa area. I have my kitchen, I have my spa area, and then I have 2 bathrooms and a big master bedroom. It's huge. I have a really big apartment. All right. For some reason, Anne, I'm shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. I'm not getting to stop. So they're actually really feeling precise about your reading here. All right. Anne. There's a lot of water here. Water is representing emotions. All right. So your inquiry is, should you accept a commitment from this person? This is what this is saying. So the Hierophant represents marriage. It represents traditional values. And we've got happy surprises. We've got the Rook of Cups, which is a messenger of love, upside down. So should we hope for some good news to this marriage, or are we waiting for the news that just didn't show up here? But this is basically showing what your concern is that we're reading, which aligns very much with your question. So I'm seeing here in the past, you did not want something to end that had to end. It was something that was final. There was something you didn't want to let go. And it was something that you felt that it was too hard for you to move on from that stage into another stage in your life. And that is because subconsciously, you didn't get the apology you deserved. You know, there is something here about some truth, about some clarity. You didn't get the message, you didn't get the lesson. There's something here that you need to find closure. And here you have been trying to find a way not to be waiting any longer, because you've been waiting a long time. And even though you've been patient and waiting, it's just basically you keep on saying, "No, I'm not gonna wait anymore. I'm gonna move on. I'm going to, release this," but you never have. In fact, it's been going on so long. You're, like, really good at it, but it's showing here in your blocked place a karmic block. It's showing a karmic block. There is there is and you know, this is a really troublesome area here is because there is this this blockage of I'm not gonna say it's karmic because all of a sudden once it shifts, you'll be like, I don't understand that. What happened?" So it is there's a karmic lesson that has you trapped, and it's probably past life. And this entrapment has you really stuck. And so because it's stuck here, it's not allowing you to really move on to where you need to be. Now, the advice is said don't focus on him as your security. Don't focus on him as your support. Don't focus on him as whether you're valuable or not, because you are worthy, you are valuable, and your abundance is not from him. In fact, you've been protected. Y- You're being protected in so many ways that you don't realize that he was something you need to walk away from. If you if you look at this as what you lost a wound is what this says. You see, your journey of looking for your soulmate, you feel that your husband was your partner, was your soulmate because you've lived a stage with him. But what's happened is you evolved to such a higher level of a new plateau. It's just like this existence is not part of that. And so by you elevating yourself to where you are supposed to be in order to be in abundance, because he was an ideal partner when you were in a very unevolved, very low vibration life. And so now that you have raised your vibration, you are supposed to be aligning with your new place of where you're supposed to be in life. Your partner no longer aligns with that. So either you're going to have to just repeat your old ways and your old life in like a cosmic loop, or it's time for you to see that this is a whole new chapter for you. A whole new chapter. You have no idea what you're stepping into. And because of the fact, it's kind of like they're showing me the door while you're holding on to this door that's closed, you're not seeing a door that is open. And it's only because of this karmic block. And so what it's showing is as you close that door and allow it to be fully closed from you, your heart will align and it's actually something to do with Saturn here. There's something to do with Saturn. And Saturn and Venus will actually call in where you're supposed to be. And so there is more to this that's happening here. Now, I am showing walk away. You are showing to leave behind, to walk away, because this no longer resonates with you. It is pulling you down. It's taking your soul and keeping you trapped. This is not your journey that you're supposed to be in, they say. This is not. This is a toxic relationship. And this toxic relationship was not based on love, not at all. In fact, it was not about you learning to have courageous inner sight. And this is not about healing the mental energy for you. This is about understanding codependency and attachment for you, because this is not your divine connection. This is not the one that you love. This is just someone you were married to once upon a time, but it's destroying you. It's destroying you, and you have not been listening. So it's really important for you to, not that you need to completely walk away from yourself. This is not about self-abandoning. This is about the fact that you have not yet stepped forward into this new cycle. You're still holding on to so much energy from the past. You have not yet moved forward into this new cycle where you are going. And so this takes a little bit more than, okay, how can I say this? It's something to do with waiting. There's something to do with waiting here. Waiting, been waiting. You need to take the reins and decide that today is your day, and know that what aligns is showing up for you. And each day is a brand new day. And each day you have new experiences. You just need to get back into experiencing day to day what's happening, and no more living in the past, because somehow you're only remembering the good memories of the past. And if you actually shift your switch, you will remember a lot of things that happened in the past that were not good for you. In fact, you have manifested this. You have manifested this. Now that you have it, the universe says, please take it. You've done this. This is your gift. Now, what do you want? Because they rescued you from something that was not aligned with you. You asked for help and they gave it to you. Now, what do you want? Because maybe, and what we should be reading is not, not about the ex, but reading how can we be clear and free of any energy that is holding you back from what is next, is what I would say. Does that make sense? Yeah, because we resist so much something that is really good for us. And then we keep on saying, why is the universe not manifesting what I want? And the universe is like, I am. In fact, you worked so hard to get this. It's something to do with the stories that you tell yourself. You tell yourself these stories that you're not supported and you're not loved. And it's the energy that keeps on emitting out from you. And so if you were in a marriage that you said it was their fault that you didn't feel lovable and that you didn't feel valuable and that you didn't feel appreciated and that they didn't recognize you, they didn't see you, it was like they seen right through you, then it's really important for you to see, why are you having that energy being mirrored to you. And so when you have a chance to walk away from all of that, you get rid of the person who is doing that. That's fine. But the next person you attract will do the same thing unless you change your energy field and no longer be aligned with that. And that is really what this means. The person that you were aligned with, was it you? Was it them? Or was it that you took on that energy because that's who they told you you were? But if you are to be seen, if you are to be valuable, if you are to be beautiful and desirable and appreciated and valued and loved, then you need to be with somebody who's going to be able to do that for you, because we can't make somebody love you and value you and appreciate you and show you all of those great things if they're not capable. They've never learned it in this lifetime how to do those things. All right. Hello, Mansia. All right, let's do thanks, Anne. Let's do, and like I said, pay attention. The courses, I have one of the courses. There's nothing in the courses. There's some videos there, but there's nothing in the courses yet. I am creating a bunch of courses, and those courses are going to be amazing. I'm taking my books and I'm just redoing them as courses. And I'm working on it now. I'm working on the Akashic records, how to tap into your Akashic records and do your own Akashic readings. I'm also doing another one, how to attract your it's from my books, and I'm going through and creating the courses. So I'm really excited about that. Um, all right. So Maria asked the question, but she's not here. Um, Everybody else. Hey, Munzia. Yeah. And I can't give you every detail of information. These are supposed to be just general readings. I will tell you, I have had people who have reached out and have been coaching with me, and I do have all sorts of tools to help you with that. There is books that I have that help you with that, and I'm telling you about the courses that, because other than that, I don't know what else you want me to do for you. I really can't give you every single little thing because my karma itself is saying that I can't be doing all of that. Do you need to hear anything today? We could find out. Um, I want to see if Manzia is still around. Manzia, I got to do Danielle. She's one of my members. And you can get your reading, Manzia, right after Danielle. I'll do you right after. Um, so members and paid readings always gets to the stop. Yes, I said man, I said Manzia, but it's Maniza. Maniza. Yeah, I'll do you next after Danielle. And thank you all for supporting me and my channel. I've been uploading some different videos. I hope you all take the time to go through a couple of those videos. I need to actually listen to it myself again. I have been doing some of I don't know if I put it up there. I have some free downloads, and there's one that I don't know if I uploaded or not, but it's take advantage of my free downloads from my website. All right, Danielle. Right? Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I'm creating them right now. I'm so excited. Really am. That's what I'm kind of working on this weekend. So I might post and show a little clip or videos of different things, just, because I'm really excited. All right, Danielle. All right, Danielle. I have I don't know how to start. Um, it says here, Danielle, that so usually I look to see how the question is aligning up with the reading. And I didn't ask, you said, is there anything here that I need to listen to? This card is the Wheel of Fortune. And this is a change or a cycle that you are fated. This is the Two of Wands. It represents usually conversations that tend to be a little toxic, maybe having discussions. One is confused, the other one is like, where did that come from? So, usually that means misalignment. You've got the Hermit card upside down. So you're not really sure if you want to hear. You're not sure if you want to hear the toxic information that's going to be happening to you, is what this is saying. This is saying, listen, um, there is things that you have no control of, and that it's not going to be good news, you said, right? And you're like, I don't know, right? And so there is something to do with your energy already saying, I'm expecting the worst. I'm already knowing. It's like, oh my God, I don't know if life can get anywhere. It's just like there is big changes happening that is out of your control. But when you understand how these changes happen, these changes don't always mean bad. In fact, if you've been going through a lot of challenges, these changes can be good. These could mean that something is shifting towards, like, something happened where you're going. So the person I just read before you, she is going through one of those changes. And so what's happening is she is going from a life where she was married, and now she is supposed to step into this other life and have this experience. Her soul is like, please let me have this experience. And so this is usually what these cycles mean. What experience are you now stepping into that you are destined? Because it looks like, you're not seeking this. You're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Because in the past, I wasn't happy about how relationships went. In the past, relationships didn't seem to work out. It was one sided. Maybe there was resistance, but in the past, they didn't go in the way I thought they would. And that had a lot to do with looking at how confident you were, how you stood up for yourself, how you had, done the inner work. So there has been some fire inside of you that was really dimmed down. And you had to sit back and just watch everything happen, where you really had no control in anything. And so, you didn't let things get to your head. You didn't let things, you just kinda let it go. You didn't overthink it. You was just like, "Oh shit, here it is," and just sat back. Now, what I'm seeing here is, um, it it wasn't really your subconscious and past lives. This is a little bit more about, something that was happening, that there was 2 sides, all right? So, I will say this is also represents gaslighting. So, somebody was not really honest with you or had different intentions in what they had advised to you. And so what they're saying is it's time for you to see why you were so disconnected to yourself, so disconnected to your heart, so disconnected to your own intuition, because this is a lot to do with why this all started out the way it was that you are saying, you know what? I have a hard time with discernment. I have a hard time knowing what feels right because somebody lied to me and gaslight to me so much that I tend to question what truth feels like because when they kept on turning off the lights and I said, "Oh, the lights are turned off." They said, "No, it isn't. What are you talking about?" So you kind of start questioning um reality. You start questioning what feels right, and you start, um because that discernment has a lot to do with what you feel, feels right, and so what's happening in here is there is a disconnection that has been happening for a long time and you don't trust it. And so it's like a protective mechanism. I may have mentioned it to you before, but I'm seeing the video be seen, and I told you to do it before. I think you really need because it's coming up about clearing, um, clearing, clearing the hurt wall for you. All right. Because you are moving up. You are going to see this inspiration. You're going to start doing more things. You're going to open up. You're going to really expand. So it's saying it's time for you to start working through your own heart, your own intuition, your own sacral, your own solar plexus, your own root. It's really looking like it's time for you to move forward. You see, you you were not feeling very reliable on what you felt before, and I'm not saying you have trust issues. You are trying to figure out what to believe anymore is what it's showing me. You're just trying to figure out what to believe anymore. It just seems like um it's a lot for you to process is what they're telling me, and you're trying to figure it out. But, um, but not to be so scared, This is the thing, is not to be so scared, you have to learn what trust really means. And so, you know, getting out, mingling, experiencing things because, I think you've cut yourself off and you've become a little unsociable because you're concerned that you've been a little unsociable. So it's kind of you don't wanna be alone anymore, but at the same time, you don't know how to open up that door, right? So, the message I have to do some more cards because they said we had to go through all of that to get to the message. Don't know why. Hello, Joanna Lua. They said right now you don't have to make a decision on which direction you have to go in, because right now you don't want to go in the direction of the conflict. You don't want to go into the direction of being disconnected. You don't want to go into the direction of needing to prove a point because if you make a choice to go in that direction right now, you are most likely going to see that you're going to go back to the conflict again. You see, that change that was happening was protection. And they said that toxic person was, this was to make that person be removed from you. And so this is not your job to do the work to resolve this. This is not your karma. This is not your dharma. This is something that you just need to learn to walk away. And because this is not a relationship that was meant for you. And so let it go. It's time to release it. And this is not something that you're supposed to manifest in. This is something that you need to walk away from. You don't have to push it away. This is how the universe is collaborating with you. And so the tower was taking away from you anything that no longer serves you and was harming your abundance. And, because it wasn't allowing you to rest, it was constant and it was really impacting your own ability in your nervous system. So allow yourself to work with those that align with you. Don't force it. That's a message that came out for you. I hope you got what you needed from that. Maniza, are you still here? I'm looking for your question. So you're divorced and you're looking to see if there's anything coming towards you. Well, obviously, two different ladies I read for is going through a huge metamorphosis. And just to add on to those two ladies, they're going through a stage where they're coming out of a cocoon where it seemed a little difficult, but they're just coming out and ready to spread their wings. So I hope that your divorce has been good to you. I see something here. Yeah. It's saying, here you are being a free spirit. It's saying this is your protection. This is your rest. You are taking a rest. I'm seeing here that this is a time for you to you're self-protecting, your self-care. You are, get gathering. You gave so much to this commitment. You gave so much to this relationship. So this is a time for you to explore. This is a time for you to be exploring and easygoing and seeing what's happening, because this is a time of rest. This is not a time for you to do any action. This is a time for you just to be in a state of protection. Now, it is showing here that right now, enjoy the freedom of this marriage and as of this commitment, and have this freedom to do things as you want, because you also got the world card. I'm telling you. So this is not fated. This is the world. This is time for you to receive everything. Everything. This is a state of completion. This is a state of fulfillment, a sense of belonging, feeling loved and grateful. This is your manifesting stage, because I see you got your abundance already. You got your money, you got your stuff, you got your support. And it came because some bad news had come your way. It wasn't a happy surprise. It was probably the divorce, and some unsettling news came with it, but you benefit out of it. And and you were taking what happened. You didn't get your sorry, you didn't get your apology, and it wasn't fair. Actually, in a lot of ways, it was not fair. And so, because it wasn't fair, had a lot to do with, look, you and him side by side, side by side. And it had a lot to do with the fact that, don't focus on him, focus on you, because he's blocked. I'm not reading for anybody who's not here. If you're not here, I'm not reading. It's not fair for somebody to ask me for a question and have a reading and not even be here. I asked for you for like 10 times. So here I was showing here that he is being blocked from you, your masculine, because you need to get in your feminine energy. All right. Get in your feminine energy. Get in your feminine energy. Just allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to be in your creative outlet. Allow yourself to be energetically flow. Have your mind, your energy clear. Don't attach yourself to how they all feel about you. Just allow yourself to be in your divine feminine energy. And when you're in your divine energy, you'll see that the energy will flow and you will attract your masculine, right? Because right now there is some conflicting energies between you and your masculine, because you're in your masculine energy too much, and that means that they have to actually become the feminine, and it's just not natural how that is. So there is definitely some energies that's going on here where they're conflicting with you. And so Maria, the only thing I can suggest to you is that you have to stand in line. You can't, ask your question and expect that I was going to read for you if you're not here. All right. So Manzia, Let's see. Yeah, it's showing here that you don't have anything new coming up right now, because of the fact that right now, you've been pushing opportunities away in the past, because of the fact you're in this resting stage. You're in this stage of repair. You're in this stage of rejuvenating. You're in this stage of getting your energy back where it should belong. So there's not no new opportunities right now. And this is because of the fact that you are in pushing things away. And that's only because of the fact that you don't want to do anything wrong. You're kind of like in a little bit of control of trying to ensure that you're ready. And so I am seeing here that, you it's showing here that you're fighting with someone. You're still fighting with someone, and it looks like they might even still, um, be fighting about money, um, or something that you feel you're being owed to. But, you are to work on controlling your temper. You have to work on, maintaining a sense of equal, like, get back into your divine feminine energy. It's something to do with there's too much energy in the masculine and not enough in the feminine. And, work on I understand you have responsibilities of your children. I'm just saying there is something here that, you you probably, are trying to get results by fighting with them, and you will get more results with bees by using honey. So I think it's something to do with, you have to change the way that you are approaching this situation, because, um, it's not supposed to be hard work. You don't have to fight for this and win at all costs. You just have to, like yeah, I guess this is a hard one to explain, and I understand, I've been in your situation. It's something like do the manifesting trick while you're in resting mode, while you're repair mode. Like, look at, write it down what it is that you're trying to achieve right now. You have to provide for the children, and the children are not being provided for because you two are arguing. And so the children are suffering. So, how can you take a list and write down what you basically need, and look at on a daily basis how that can be your point of focus instead of the conflict, instead of the argument. How can we both meet in the middle to make sure that the children are provided for? I'm just saying that this is what your reading is saying. It's just kind of going away from, listen, there's a little argument that's going on between you two, and you need to get in your feminine energy, not be at war with this person. I understand you're fighting for your children. And I get what that's like, but it's what's happening is, it's really, really important for you to understand that stepping into your feminine energy, um, is more in alignment with that going easier for you right now. I guess is the only way I can say it. So, script it out, regulate your energy towards it, know that you can manifest it in. I think there is something here about you taking a step back and not, um, because there's something here about, you know, it's it's like, it's not going to help you to be in this battle right now. It's this is repair mode for you. Yes, you are, Joanna Lua. I know. I I'm just gonna make a comment because I see Maria Scorpio is making lots of comments here. And so, Maria, you asked a question, and right at the start, I asked for you to be present a few times, and you weren't. So you left. So, you came back. I can add you on the list again, but you weren't here when I called your name. Um, so you're on the list again, but I'm I'm not gonna be searching for people's questions when I say your name, and I'm not gonna be sitting here for hours and hours and hours today. So, that's all I can say is I'm going down a list, and you have to be present, you have to be here, and, I'm doing this for you. I'm not being paid for this, so it's, um it's just appreciative that you guys, stay, and if you can't, just say, "Hey, I gotta go, I'll be back," and this way, I mean, I just kinda move that name down, but I'm not gonna sit here and just wait for somebody to show up if you don't show up. Um, yeah, going back to Maniza, um, you need to see yourself abundant. You need to see yourself receiving for your children. You need to see yourself in a flow mode, but you need to see yourself with the conflict gone. And so this is really what it's showing me is just shift your expectations by seeing that everything is working out for this situation for the highest good. And when we make our intentions towards the highest good of all involved, it will do that. But right now, if you're both focusing on the fighting, that's all it's going to be is fighting, and it's just not going to do anybody any good. All right. I gotta go up the list and see if I can find the next person. All right. So, Dawn, I don't see you asking for any reading. You got Anne. I got Munzia. I've got Danielle. Um, and there is Joanna Lulu. You want a general? Do you want a general, Maria? Yes, you are here, and you're going to have to wait until I'm finished with because Joanna Lulu asked before you had come back, and she was waiting patiently. So I'm going to do her next, and you can be next after her. Yeah, Maria, just you be the next person. You can certainly do your reading next. Um, all right, Joanna Lulu. I'm seeing here that you are in a wonderful surrendering mode. You're just like, I don't really know what to do. So I'm just releasing addiction. I'm releasing codependency. I'm just allowing things to flow. This is an energy where you're letting go of control. And I see you stepping into your divine feminine energy. Um, I see here, Joanna Lulu. I see here you are, I don't know if you have social media, if you are educating others, or if you do readings yourself, or what you're doing here, but I see that you are working with a group of people, or you have some people that are surrounding you. And, it's because in the past, I see here in the past, you released the conflicting energy that caused discord. It just seems like, you didn't need to win. You just took your time. You just did your thing. And it really isn't about bravery. It was just about you. You didn't pick any sides. You did what was fair. And that was because you knew it was aligning you with y your purpose and what you knew was right for you. I'm seeing here that you've been really open. You're not pushing away any opportunities. I'm seeing here, though, that you don't like standing in the spotlight and you don't like to acknowledge yourself as a leader. In fact, you have been afraid to step in your position, and so, you keep on thinking, this doesn't make me feel good. And it does something to your nervous system where it dysregulates it a little bit. So they're saying, take a step back, take a step back. You can still do a lot of the work from the background. In fact, you can still get a lot of work done in other ways that and be reliable. You don't have to be the leader. You can certainly nurture it, create it. You can be the creator. You can create the courses. You can create the books. This is basically what I'm seeing is something here that you are to do where you don't have to be the leader. You don't have to be the one in charge, but you can certainly um, be in that creation of making it, whether you're writing a book, maybe you're creating a course, maybe you're teaching your craft. But it just says that right now, somehow um, you're not ready to take the initiative of being in charge of, being the leader, being able to initiate this right now. And so it seems like it's something on social media. I'll look into it a little further. Yeah. So you had a karmic block, and that karmic block was associated with you having a past situation where you were um, promoted or somehow were recognized for your abilities. And so because of that, there was a karmic connection to you elevating yourself, and you so subconsciously every single time you get promoted, you associate that with somehow losing abundance. It's a past life block. And so what's happening here is you have conflict with having yourself being recognized and being in the center of attention somehow. And so you feel unconfident. You don't feel worthy. And so it makes you feel a little bit like, yeah, I don't want this. And so it's time for you to tap in your inner voice into your subconscious. I encourage you to, reach out to me. I do past life regression because there's something to do with a wound from a past life that is, if you get into your heart center, if you, that video I was just mentioned to Danielle about be seen, this is a really great video to clear up your heart chakra. Because they're saying tap into your divine feminine, your intuition, and you'll see that this is something that is time to let go, because you are to step into a leadership role regarding manifesting. Yeah, you're the I'm seeing you doing something where you're you're to do something. You're stepping into following into you're starting to now fall into your purpose, is what they're saying to me, because I see that you need to work through the limited beliefs on how you manifest, and you need to see that decisions of other people being better than you, you need to let go of. um, there's something about you having a purpose, doing something, and it's hard for you to be recognized for doing it. Did that resonate with? Because that's what's coming up for you. Work on those limited beliefs, because it's time for you to follow your purpose. Let's see if I get something else for you about that. Yeah. Um, it's something here about you losing in the past by being seen, recognized in some way, for you to see that it's okay to be promoted. It's okay for you to be recognized. You just need it to find your own purpose. I hope that resonate with you. All right, Maria Scorpio. Um, you know, I don't know if that's what you've been working on, if it's manifesting or something you're doing on social media, but there's something about you here showing that in the past something stopped you and you don't want to be in the center of attention, but somehow if you just kind of get rid of those limited beliefs, you'll be able to step into this role of being a leader. It's something that you need to see that you're stepping in that role as a leader. Joanna. So I don't know if it is manifesting, but manifesting is many different things. Like, so twin flame groups, for example, really it's about manifesting, right? Or, what I do here in all my courses, it's about manifesting. So there's something like you're supposed to see yourself as something that you have the ability to be a leader, not to look at everybody as always the one who has, can do everything. There's something here telling me to tell you that you are now stepping into your own potential, your own calling. And there's something here for you that you need to do that is showing up for you. So I feel like when you're asking about next month, you are to right now prepare yourself, work through those limited beliefs. Limited beliefs again block manifestation. So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, or maybe you're teaching manifesting, or maybe you're teaching about real, like there's something, maybe you're a tarot reader, there's something here. Maria, you get a lot of messages here. I'm just trying my best not to read them. I don't like to know anything when I do readings. It just gets my head. I don't do things with my head. So I, I mean, I don't want to give you my opinion is what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to read the cards. Yeah. I had a card here that jumped out. Yeah. A question is usually great enough, reliable enough. If you get a reading, don't give people too much information. Just it's really hard to tell if they're reading your energy or they're just telling you stuff. I got a block here. As soon as I started doing your reading, I felt right in here. All right. I got some stuff here for you. I'm showing you don't want a relationship. So this is showing your person upside down. He's like a provider. He was someone that supported you, provided for you. Basically was somebody that you know gave you everything you wanted. But he broke your heart and you don't want it over. It's like somebody that was the answer to your prayers. And it looks like in the past they walked away. And when they walked away in the past, it's just like, you had to make a choice to walk away from him, and it was really hard for you to do, but you had to walk away. And the reason you had to walk away had a lot to do with, you felt, undervalued. You felt that, the focus wasn't on you, and the focus was on other people and didn't see the value in you. But you were very honest, you were very truthful, but not everybody is that way, right? Somehow there was some things that you have been trying to overcome, and this person isn't a person that um, you can always trust, and you tried your best to be trusting, even though you knew there was some red flags. And so, you are being protected against somebody taking advantage of you. There is a possibility that this person didn't always have your best interests at heart. And so you need to recognize how you're being protected, and you have a lot of recognition for certain things, like whatever it is that you seem to be achieving, you're receiving. So there's something here that's happening here for you. um Not everything is going to be a prize. Not everything is to be grateful for. Not everything is going to contain all of the great things that you are. And so um, this person was not your person. I'm going to show you, right? Like, this person was not your person. This person, look, this is not your person. This is not your person. This is not your responsibility. This is not karmically connected. This is just going to cause you lots of stress that was not yours to to take on. So, if you are looking at a relationship that went sideways, that was the universe. You can love them unconditionally, and maybe that's the thing, but the universe is actually protecting you. This is what they're saying. The universe is trying to protect you. Yeah. This is not something that you're supposed to work towards. They're saying you're supposed to start over. Supposed to start over. It's too much conflict here. You need to see you're desirable. You need to see that there is more out there for you. Yeah, this was not balanced. It was very one-sided. And one side of you taking on the trying to keep everything afloat. You were overcompensating for so many things. There was a lot of red flags here. Yeah, this wasn't going anywhere. This was not going to go anywhere. He was not alignment with you. This was not your karma to work out. Yeah. You yeah. Yeah, it said there was a lot of conflict here. I think this is something to do with, if you looked at your chart and you looked at their chart and you put them on top of each other, you probably notice that, like, there's like a square. Your sun is square in the sun. Like, you definitely have something with your two energies is completely in conflict that you can't work out. Do you want me to look to see if there's somebody else? Well, you were extremely jealous that he looked at other women. That has a lot to do with your own self. That has nothing to do with, you know, that has nothing to do with, you know, you could blame the women for walking in front of him. Jealousy is a toxic trait because that means you're insecure. And this man did make you very insecure, by the way. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying this man made you very insecure. It showed that. Oh, I got answers for you. All right. I have an answer for you. I'm getting you are going to call in your soulmate. You are going to call in your person. Your person is coming to you. Your person is coming to you. You will have completion. You will have everything in this relationship, but you need to let go of the negative responsibility, the karma that was associated with this other person. Now, they're saying this is something you need to manifest, and you will manifest this soulmate, this twin flame. But releasing the karma has a lot to do with you also working on the stress that you had. So if there was negative beliefs, jealousy, you got to work through that. That is part of this. So that is going to create limited beliefs, and these are going to mirror out. You can't suppress them. You need to really work through them. And while you work through it, your vibration is going to level up. Everything is going to rise up as you are elevating yourself. I'm seeing that you're not even going to need to take a break. You don't even have to protect yourself. That the narcissistic men are going to fall away because you are attracting narcissistic type of individuals because of your own people pleasing ways of trying to get validation and trying to get it. It comes from somebody in the past. I think this is a wound from your past, and it's showing that you are attracting these narcissistic people who are not um uh being love to you. They're just being a lesson to you because you're repeating this wound through them. And once you recognize this wound and start doing the work, you're going to find that the narcissistic people are going to fall away, and you're not going to be the one that they are going to be so attracted to. That you're going to start finding that you're attracted to people that are good for you. It's a shift in your energy. Yeah. It, you need to do the work about that. Exactly. That's what I've seen. It's a wound from your childhood. And so that's not an easy one. But this is the thing. Everyone has the ability to manifest a different scenario in their life. Nobody is forced to have their childhood repeated in life. And you are choosing people who are abusing you in your adult life. Do you, I think that if you go and do all this work, I think if Philip tries to come back, I think you don't want him. Because I think that as soon as you do the work that I'm talking about, you'll no longer be attracted to somebody who's going to abuse you. Now, anybody who's in a toxic or abusive situation, I want you to call the helplines in your area or reach out to someone. Do not come to these tarot groups and look for advice, because if you're in a situation where there is abuse taking place, you know, don't 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 endure it. Don't take advice and think it's something that you can manifest your way out of. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there because, I don't think anyone deserves to be, repeating, those types of situations in their life. It's not necessary. I'm not giving you a date because they said you need to do that work first. It's saying you're gonna manifest this whole new life as soon as you're willing to, elevate yourself by releasing the things that you're holding on to. It's your subconscious. So you just need to there is some reprogramming that you have to do. Yeah. So once you do some reprogramming, you'll be able to manifest this. It's just you have to change the way that yeah, but he might be a water sign issue. Maybe you're just seeing all the negative parts, about him, and with other people, he could be different, and with other people, you could be different. It has a lot to do with you, projecting a part of you right now, alright? You need to do work on yourself, and then when you do work on yourself, you'll see your relationships change, and right now the insensitivity, the narcissistic traits are mirroring because of your childhood. Actually, not really. I only allow everybody one question. Um, I do have to go and do all the signs readings, and so um, I want you to pay attention. I am working on some courses, and those may help. Yeah, no, those are questions that I'm not gonna address right now. I think that right now, what you could do is, work on I have a video that I want you to listen to if it works for you, is there is a video, I can't see if I can find it for you. There's a video I want you to do. I'm looking for it. Hmm, I can't find them on my phone. Here, I'm gonna see if I can, share it with you here. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you. Mm, shoot. Sorry. Alright. I want you to look for this video. Ah, sorry. I wasn't set up to type so, um, that video, and let me see. So that's varsity consciousness and embody abundance now. And let me see what else. Here it is. Heal past life wounds, clear blockages, and attract. This is a good one here for you. Mm. All right. So check out those. This video is to heal past lives, wounds, clear blockages, and attract soulmate connection. All right. Those might, yeah, they might help. Listen to it and see if it will help you to um, to work through some of those energies. All right. All right. So try those out. See if they help. I am gonna go. I'm feeling really hot, and I need to get ready to do these courses and these videos. So I'll talk to you guys all real soon. And I'll be back on. I'll do some more live readings yet real soon, and I do have to do each of the signs, so I'll do those a little bit later on. All right. So I'm gonna end. Love you all. Thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you all again soon.